Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And I ain't gon' wish you just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Well, hello everybody. Let me see. Let me get Bugs and Elmer Fudd off the screen. We have two of the four panel guests. Fellow you guys might know by the name of Ernest Shell. How you doing, Ernie?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
I'm as good as I can be, I reckon.
Yeah, I just took a break from work and called my mom, and of course I got to wait. She's out seeing my sister right now. She'll be back here in a few. But just waiting on my next objective, and pretty much looks like it's probably going to be an airport that I've never been to before.
Oh wow! Hey Jamie.
Well, hello guys. How are you?
Doing well. How are you, buddy?
Good. Doing good, brother. How are you, Ernie?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jamie?
Doing good, buddy.
That's good, man. It's good.
Waiting on Kemper. I sent him the link. He said he's going to get his stuff together and he'll be right on. Can we put slow chat on? Let's see. I forgot. Did I not do that already? Let me go. I'll go in there. While you guys chatted up a little bit there, I'll go in and slow it down.
Been doing all right today, Ernie?
I have been doing a lot of work, and good God, man, I got to start back where I left off pretty much.
Yeah. Well, buddy, everything will be worked out. I promise you that. It has before.
It has, man. It really has. And, just to be able to take the breaks that I get to take, and, the leniency that my new job has, it's awesome. And pretty much all I do is pretty much drive people around, which is really good because you're at work and I'm getting paid, but I'm on call as well. And it's, I just get text messages of where I'm going to go next, and I just got to make the deadline.
Yeah. White Boy Radio wants the link. Is somebody
I'll give White Boy a link.
Make sure that's the.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's really him. Let's see. I want to. White Boy, send me a text message. Let me know it's you, brother. I'm in the stream. I'm in the studio now. I'm gonna fix some things here. We'll make
White Boy, that was ignorant on my part, and I apologize. Whenever you're stepping into the darkness, you're blinded by the stupidity.
You know what? It happens to a lot of people.
And I do apologize. You can bring him up, and I'll apologize to him personally, just like I have everybody else. Like I
Okay.
said, I still got a few apologies to make. And I did apologize to Tina and Xander on live. And I
Oh, wow.
apologize to him too.
Let's see.
It's just ignorance is what it was. And I was following the wrong people. And that's my fault.
There you go, Wild Boy. I put it in chat. Then I'll go back and delete it.
Yeah, that way
After you
nobody will
take-
porn bomb.
Yeah. I saw where Nicolina's having a panel that was kind of similar to the one you had today, Ernie. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it. I just seen the thing come across, or somebody sent me a message and had the link in it.
I'll tell you, like when the first time Rap or Nicolina come up with an original idea, I might just fall over. Hey, White Boy, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Jimbo? What's going? Is that Ernie on panel?
That is Ernie and Jamie.
What's up there, Ernest? How are you doing?
How you doing, brother? How you doing? You doing all right?
I'm doing all right. So look, I really just wanted to come up here to question Jamie's motive, but I kind of heard him say he apologizes, so I'm not going to come up here and make a mockery of your live. I just wanted to say these words, I guess, since I asked for the link and it kind of got answered before I got up here. Look, man, I apologize. I accept your apology, but man, I don't know. There's 4 of us up here. I don't know Jimbo's background too much. I don't know yours background too much. I'm not going to go digging and researching because I don't care.
yeah,
and
you're welcome to, brother. There's nothing on there.
No, I'm not going to
apologize.
take a wild guess, and no disrespect, Ernie. I'm going to take a wild guess and think that Ernie could understand what I'm saying. Everybody can, but really Ernie. Look, man, and I'm only saying Ernie because I know he's been arrested.
I know where you're coming from. I already know what you're going to say. I know where you're coming from. We're almost come from the same, man.
People get hurt for that, dude. Like,
Yes.
bro.
Yes, they do. And
You, Jimbo. I don't care. I just want to say this piece because you put me on Pedo Island, so I at least get to say this piece. I don't care what Benny Key's motive is. I don't care what Nicolina's agenda is. I don't care about any of that. I had Jimbo on I interview people. I got a YouTube channel. Everybody runs theirs a little different.
exactly.
If I believe the agenda, if I believe the narrative, then what's the point to have him up there?
Exactly.
So I asked him a few questions. He said his piece, and I assume that's why I'm on Pedo Island. I've never had Ernie on my channel. If anything, I went the way with Ernie that you went the way with me, which was a little bit cloudish. And, so I accept your apology, but man, people get hurt for that, bro.
Exactly. You're right. And I was so ignorantly blinded by the darkness and they have a lot, and it's my fault for following them, but I was so blinded, man. And I apologize to you, and you have a great show. And I had no right doing that. I had no right listening to them because you had somebody to call somebody out for bullying. I had no right to even say anything because I was right there with them while they was a bullying, and
But
I
what was the purpose of me making this island?
It was
because I'm just assuming that it was because I interviewed Jimbo. Was that the reason that I?
No, it wasn't. Didn't have nothing to do with Jimbo. It was
have I ever got arrested for child molestation or something with minor?
Neither have I.
No, none of us have.
I'll kill myself.
That was
I'll
my
kill
stupidity.
myself if someone finds that, and that's a problem.
And
but
that
between
was
me and God, not me and YouTube.
That was my stupidity and my fault.
I don't have to worry about that, but I'm just saying. What the fuck?
Exactly. And you have the right to do that. You have the right to be pissed. And I understand why you're pissed. And it was wrong. And I do apologize. And you got a good show. You got a good thing. And you have every right to, like we're starting to do. And I seen the light on the bullying part. You have every right to come out against like people that was coming against Stella's sickness and stuff, and that's what it's about on that side. And I didn't want it no more. And ever since I stepped back, you can see they're attacking me like crazy, which that's fine, you know.
But I don't get it with Stella either. Is there some type of child molestation I don't know about with her?
No,
Like,
it was, and I've done apologize to her too. It was just ignorance, man, out of ignorance.
All right, I can understand that.
There's no, how should I say it? There's no.
Well, you know, it takes a real man to apologize, guys.
What is it? There's no
I respect that.
of me ever doing that.
I agree with that. So I'm gonna go with that. And I don't want you to feel like I'm gonna be attacking you, or I don't. It's not what I didn't want. The last video I wanted to make was that one there, and I didn't expect to be on no island of pedos either. It's not what I do.
I don't think there was no pedos actually on the island, though.
No.
I mean, it's crazy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just wash the hands with this one. Look, I've done it with Ernie in the past. I'm a man. You got to have. I think with the YouTube channel, you have to say what you mean what you say. You have to say something and stand behind it. Last time I was on Jimbo's panel, I talked to Ernie. Took the videos down, squashed it.
I did too. I removed every bit of them. I even you can go look at my page. There ain't but maybe a few videos on there that I've started doing since I've come to this side.
I tell you, buddy, me and White Boy, we about went to street beef there one.
Exactly. I mean, so it's I just like to keep it, man. I take it as a man, the apology, so I can only accept that. Hopefully we don't have to do a panel like this again. And I'm trying to
have to worry about that, man.
So, all right, y'all. I hate to come on this terms, but I don't want to hold up your show. And respect to you, right?
You came on terms that were not great, but you're leaving on better terms, and that's it's always a good thing, man.
That's what we try to do, guys.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Take it easy, all right?
Yeah,
see you, bud.
Take care, White Boy.
Later.
All right. Well, that was cool. We still waiting on Kemper. He's I think he's in the front of the mirror, primping up a little bit. He got to pluck his eyebrows and shave his beard.
And it feels so much better being out from that mess, man. To be honest.
I'll tell you, like, I've been on the hate train, like going 100 miles an hour, and it does feel better not to be part of it, man. I mean, it just does. Like, it takes effort to do, like, real stressful effort to be evil all the time.
Yeah, and there's no sense of it, and it shows how dark. Like I was watching where people pranking people and over talking to a kid and all that. There's no sense of that. She's called me. She tried to call Griff. I mean, there's no sense of that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
I tried to
dark and evil.
Yeah, I tried to shut it down. I was like, she talks about all this pedo stuff and how it's inappropriate to be talking about children, bringing up children. So I'm like, okay, I'll have Hunter answer the phone. I thought it would be shut down as soon as he answered the phone and said, "This is Hunter." I figured that'd be the end of it. But no, she's a hypocrite and burned it right up with Hunter, buddy. Just showed her true colors. Hello, Kemper.
What's going on, guys? Sorry I'm late.
At the moon. I see you howling at the moon in that pic.
Well, I thought we was getting ready to have another world record broke here. All four of us on the panel. We about had White Boy, all four of us. Wow.
Right.
I know. Kemper just missed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, White Boy was on the panel.
Nice. I hope it was good.
It did.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever been on the same side and been on the same panel.
Never.
And this is what it's going to take to prove to people, no matter what, somebody may have a different idea than I. Somebody may have a different idea than Kemper or Jimbo or Ernie. I mean, but it does show that we are trying, and I mean, that's what it's going to take to come against the bullying and to be a whole, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to everybody have the same ideology or agree on everything, but to be an adult and, you know, keep any kind of disagreement, minor or major, off the internet and just work together. Like most of these people
Yeah, but
are online because they want to help children or help missing people or true crime. They're not here to see the desperate housewives of the YouTube.
but
Like
the
it's
crazy thing is, if we're all on the internet, I mean, you ain't done. It's on the internet, and if we keep it like this, I mean, who's going to bother somebody if that makes sense? I mean, you ain't done nothing to me. We're on the panel. Ernie ain't done nothing to me except for we're coming out against the truth. Kemper ain't bothering me. Why should it be? I mean, we should, if we keep it like this, there's no
I mean,
reason.
honestly though, guys, and I've been thinking this for a very long time, and I'm guilty of it too. But if all of this energy that's being put into doxing, stalking, harassing, all of this stuff, if we were to take that energy and put it into something productive,
The world
we
would be a
could,
better
this whole
place.
community could make a difference. That much energy going to help missing children, domestic assault victims, whatever. If they were to put that energy in,
yeah,
Exactly. And like I say, scrolling on the bottom of
into
the
that
screen,
instead of
we have
this
people
immature
who
stuff that's
help.
been going on back and forth, and I get it.
You know what I see
But
is
like I
each
said,
one of us
that's a
has
lot of
something that can be
energy,
offered.
and
Exactly.
We all have
Right.
skills. We all have
Right.
stuff we're good at. And we all have our own followers. I mean, we've probably got 35,000 followers in between all of us on here right now. Honestly.
We have people to help find resources for as well. And that too, I mean, it's just not, it's about kids, helping kids and families, but there's grown adults that each one of us can be helping, or every one of us has got the knowledge. We may not have the money, but we got the knowledge and the mind to put together. One person may have the money, one person, we've all got the mind to put together, to come together to help people for the right reasons that really needs it. And I mean, that's it. And this is what it's going to take.
well, it's not just the four of us, though. Not
Yeah,
just the
there's
four of
more.
us.
I know that.
I'm
There's
talking
more.
this
I
whole
know that.
community. I'm talking about all of these channels. If it's been going on, imagine what could happen.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of energy. And Jamie, you've heard me tell you recently, if you feed it energy, it stays alive.
Exactly.
And honestly, I mean, has any of y'all seen like when me and Jimbo had our falling out? Yeah, I said a few things and then I stopped completely. Just keep going back and forth. That's it. So I laid off. You know, like if people would lay off each other and use that energy productively,
yeah,
they can make a difference.
You're right, Prissy.
Hey, guys. Hey,
And I'm guilty of it too.
I just got called, Jimbo. I gotta go to the airport, guys. I appreciate you guys, and it was a honor being part of you guys for this first time we've ever done this. So us four on the panel together, I appreciate you guys. I'm at work right now, and I just got called for a delivery at the airport. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you,
Ernie.
chat.
Thank you, Ernie.
Yes, be safe, Ernie.
Addiction Recovery says, I come to apologize for all the wrongdoing and the wrong I have said about you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, and apology accepted. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
You will be safe.
See you.
Take care, Ernie. All right, guys. Well, that was cool, man, having all four of us. But now we got three. We can still talk about the message, right? Let's like I'm just going to continue what you guys are saying about it takes a whole lot of effort to dig into fighting with each other, background reports and doxing
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it's just it takes effort, like serious effort.
Multiple
But
3-hour live streams. Think about
yeah,
if that was on missing children,
right.
you know, just that
Yeah,
alone.
yeah,
That would change a lot of things in our world, in our community. It would. You just got to have the people that are willing to do it. And I don't necessarily agree with Jamie, with you, with Ernie, with Nicolina, with Rap. I don't necessarily agree, but I've been for a cause. And I think everybody has seen me step back and not feed. I'm not going to sit here and tell you something that I've not learned from my own experiences with, you know? So I think everybody should step back, reassess the situation, and look at where they might be guilty of doing some wrongs, because every one of us have been guilty
absolutely.
on every single side with everyone, even the subs are guilty.
Yeah,
And I really think that people should step back and take a look at what's really happening. There's a lot of innocent people being brought into this that don't need to be in it. Children
right.
shouldn't be
Yes.
happening,
No,
but it is. And I think
yeah,
as adults, as people that claim to be productive members of society, I really think that people should step back and really look at it
Yeah, but they
and be
won't. They
honest.
keep on and on and
Don't sit
on.
here and blame. Own your own, because all of us have been guilty. As I said, even
yeah,
the subs. So
yeah, yeah. And you're right, Jamie. They won't. Like, there's many that won't do it, and you know that they thrive off the negativity. And I don't even have to say no names, but
No, we all know who they are.
you know those channels. But and there's some of these people with theories. Like, I was attacked in the chat today. I went there to listen to a channel that I enjoy, and when I make a comment, I'm attacked. I'm being talked about negatively by another creator who's a mod there. Like, and they're talking about all this stuff has been a setup from the beginning, a cash app, cash cow. And keep referring to it as a WWE type thing. Like, that is the dumbest thing. Like, crisis actor stuff. Like, what motive
yeah,
would we have, me, Jamie, Kemper, Ernie, whoever else they want to throw in there, to have started this stuff over a year ago, fighting like cats and dogs, and then all just to come together later and actually be adults about things and say, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. Hey, I apologize too. Like, what sense does that make? How much money do you think we're raking in on that? I mean, I'll tell you right now, the StreamYard's about $50 a month.
Exactly.
I'm not raking in no big money. Now, once I got monetized, I'm gonna be honest, my monetization is right around $500 a month from the ads and everything, and super chats and super stickers. But still, you take the time you put in as a creator, time you sit and do your lives, and I'm gonna tell you, like, just me personally, and I know you guys have physical ailments too, but me sitting here for a couple hours, I pay for it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
So, hey, Mama T, I didn't see you were in here. Yeah.
but I mean, what's been going on is it's
Go ahead, Kemper.
Einstein's definition of insanity,
Doing the same thing over and over again with
and
no
that's
different
doing the
result?
same thing over
I don't know. Well, why is he
Kemper,
going in?
your connection is horrible.
and over and over, expecting something different to happen.
Yeah.
a different.
Kimber, yeah.
I was just saying, everybody's going through.
Okay.
Briar's E squared.
Hey, Kimber's cutting out. Yeah, he said he'd be right back. He'd probably get it fixed. Sugar Pie only made 30ish. Are you monetized now, Sugar Pie? When you start doing live streams, people like I don't get any money off of like people commenting on my videos. You can do that, but like the monetization, like super stickers and super chats come when you're actually like doing a live stream, and you'll do more once you start doing that. Sugar Pie. And I'm sure where you're from, you're gonna have a like one of those killer accents, So you probably tug at the hearts of everybody once you start doing live streams.
Good evening, Glamorous.
Hey, Glamorous Life. And I haven't really talked to Jamie about, honestly, like other than a couple of emails back and forth. This is the first time Jamie and I have actually spoken civilly in a long time. Right here, right now, you're hearing it for the first time, So, but yeah, there's been a lot of things. Oh, hey, mystery lady. Yeah, I got you covered. There are so many, you get to know these subs and recognize when they come in, and you just love them all, man. It's that's what, for me, I think it should be like, we do work and try to help people, however you can. If it's sharing info on cases, if it's investigating for missing children or missing adults or whatever the case, or if it's actually helping people who need help with monetary things like rent, things like that.
Exactly. Food sources and
Yeah,
everything else.
Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
way better, way better.
I had to
I know
switch
what you did.
devices.
You went and changed your logo.
It's just on a different device.
Oh, okay.
I
These are
hear
the
you a
ones I
whole
used
lot
last
better.
I went on live. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's way better. Oh, Jimbo the pedo clown. We got popsicles in the cellar. Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
Montana made I am. I'm much better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's, man, it's like I know people really enjoy to see people fight. They do.
Yeah, because that's what they're getting their profit off of is the drama that they're keeping stirred up on us because they can't make their own content.
I just want to tell him, not my monkey. My avatar isn't. I don't think it's satanic. I ripped it off of one of Ernie's posts on Facebook about a year ago, where he was claiming some crazy stuff, and I just stole it and used it as an avatar to sort of troll him back. So
Yeah, it's a troll avatar. It was kind
I
of
think
like what
I
was
think
it?
it was
One of
his
the werewolf
family's
things?
crest or something, the werewolf thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
was. I think so. Yeah,
But that's what that is, not my monkey.
yeah. But Jamie hadn't heard about this, and we haven't really talked publicly about it. But just the other night, was it last night? No, maybe last night.
When
Yeah, I am. But oh yeah, you're welcome for the click, Coco. But we're actually the stand. I'm going to start a program, and which we're going to put money in, and it's going to be 100% transparent, and we're going to help people with it. We'll have some people help decide where it needs to be used and how it needs to be used. But right now there's $100 in it.
Awesome.
And that was donated by Kemper. Actually, I think, yeah, tomorrow I'll be putting some money in it for sure. Hopefully I'll match Kemper's donation, and we'll have $200. Now that doesn't mean somebody comes on here and says, "Hey, I haven't ate since last Saturday," that we're going to send them $200.
No.
But somebody needs help with their light bill, something we can help with that actually is going to be a longer term kind of help. Then we'll help with that. But sending money to a Cash App may not be something. But we're going to talk about that more and more. And there's several of us that are involved in that.
Well, let me tell you what I heard this morning about the Cash App. I've heard people bragging about going around and just throwing the Cash App, which I reckon they did mine like that. And it was, I'm not even going to mention the creator. She was bragging about just throwing the Cash App in the chats just to be doing.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, but like you were talking about having a program on your channel, I would suggest maybe because how many states do you think are represented in our listeners? Like, there's got to be a representative from almost every state. You would
I'm
think.
going to say 50. I'm going to say all 50.
Yeah,
or as maybe, Obama said, 51.
Well, and maybe have people from each state to have like the contact information for things like food pantries,
exactly,
safe houses, awesome. That kind of stuff. So if anybody calls, not necessarily have to have money, but help them get into that situation, protection or food, or there's churches that pay your electric. Maybe, find somebody close to that person and say, hey, let's go see what we can get done. You know what I mean? Because it happens every day,
Yeah.
And I know a lot of churches run food pantries. They do help with utilities for shut-ins and people that are down on their luck. My dad did it for 30 years of my life, I guess. So, yeah, I know you can do that kind of thing. And then, there are going to be things like people need to go to the doctor. They need somebody to take them. Well, maybe take some of that money that's in that fund, put it in the gas, and have somebody close to them go take them.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing.
Yes.
Like I said, all the energy that's been being put into all this nonsense, really, it could be used for good. It really could. And that's a prime example of using that energy for something good.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that legitimately need help. Mm-hmm. And then you have to we have to kind of vet it, because there's so many people that just go in there and hey, can you cash at me some money? I need to eat. And it really tugs at you. Like, you don't want to see anybody hungry. Mm-hmm. Especially if they use that little four-letter word, KIDS. I've got kids and we haven't eaten. Like, it's really hard not to say, hey, let's put your Cash App up and have some people send you money.
Right.
Then you have no idea how much money actually goes. Like, if 10 people sent that person $25, they just cashed in $250.
Right.
If they're lying, then who knows where that $250 goes and what it goes for.
Right.
But to really help people in need and to know it, I think, man, that's going to put a smile on my face.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It'll help you sleep better at night too. A lot of people don't realize, man, a lot of their issues, they're doing it to themselves. They can change things they do and make their life better, make it easier, less stressful, that kind of thing. And
yeah,
like Jamie was saying earlier, since he stepped back away from all the noise, he feels better.
Yeah. Oh, I did too, man. I'm telling you, when I first tried to stop this fighting, I was making sure that was a legit post. But when I tried to, and I did a show for a few weeks of just true crime, and we had small chats, but I didn't care. Mm-hmm. But it felt so good. It felt so good not to have the ignorance all the time. Just as an example, when I was feuding with Jamie, like, man, I would cuss him and yell at him and threaten him and, dare him and sure, it got a lot of views, but I didn't feel good, man. I didn't feel good about it.
Right.
I
Me
never felt
neither.
good about it.
And I didn't feel good either. It was just a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders whenever I come out from that mess,
Yeah, me too.
Whenever I sent that apology, and I felt so much better to everybody.
It does
Squared said,
work
I'll get
that
a
way.
notebook and make a list of who is in what state and who that wants to help. Oh, that'd be great. E squared.
Network it.
That'd be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same for Newport.
Awesome.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least right.
And Jamie, if you need any information for places like that in Newport, let me know. I know between myself and Feed My Sheep, they could
Yeah,
get you in connection with a lot of it, because Feed My Sheep does a lot of that kind of thing. So,
exactly. And that's one that I was thinking about.
well, there's probably 20 churches there in that area that
Oh yeah,
does
I know.
different things.
I'm gonna write a thing, get a thing put up too, and I'm gonna write all of it down. That way, if somebody does need help, I can get them in the right direction.
Exactly.
That'd be awesome.
Exactly.
Alicia said in capital letters, but the whole team has to ignore it. No one can instigate it because then everyone is attacked due to that one person. It has to be a team effort.
Right.
And, I'm in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's not even fight back.
Like I said, you feed it energy, it stays alive.
Yeah.
Feed the right things energy.
Like I can
that's
handle
exactly what
things
it
the way
is.
I did today, and nobody needs to know. Like I don't have to come online and say I went here and did this or I went there and did that. I'll just do it. And you guys can do the same or whatever. But it doesn't. Who cares? It doesn't need to be known on YouTube,
right?
Because, like you said, it feeds that energy. Even if it's something like, let's say, well, there's somebody coming after you. There's going to be this done to you and that done to you by this agency or that agency. It still feeds it.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Then they're like, okay, well, bring it. Bring it. Let's see if you're legit. Let's see if you really did it. And I'm going to do it back to you.
And then you got people one-upping each other, trying to do one more than the person just did to them. You know what I mean? So it just, like I said, that's feeding it, and it snowballs, and then you get chaos.
And it not only feeds the creators, it feeds their followers too.
Yep. Like I said, the subs, the creators, all carry the same burdens of guilt specifically.
Yeah.
Some people are willing to look at it and say, hey, yeah, I crossed the line. I did some things I shouldn't have done. And then apologize and stop doing it. You'd be amazed on how things can change.
Not my monkey said, be right back. I'm getting the duct tape. Going to need it for Ernie's mouth. Oh gosh,
that's a good one, Glamorous.
I'll tell you now, Ernie can get worked up. He can get worked up. I can too, though. Like I can get crazy. I've done it a time or two. Slam my fist on my desk and get just nuts.
Loon and Wolf. I've actually got a few friends that live in Oregon. So.
Oh, cool.
If you need some connections to maybe talk to some people in the area there too to help out, I can do that for you.
Just like you're okay. Yeah, we accept your apology, Addiction. Yeah, everybody. I mean,
yeah. Thank you for that, Addiction. And I don't know if you guys know, but I know exactly who that is, and I appreciate him saying that.
I don't think I know who that is. I don't think.
Yeah. I'll tell you later. And if he wants to put it in the chat, he can, but I'll tell you off screen who it is.
Yeah, I have no idea who it is. So, but no, like even what they're doing.
You remember
You,
Live 411?
yeah.
That's him.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, everybody has to own their own faults. They really need to. I have, when I did, just like Jamie, when he owned his, we were considered turncoats, sellouts. No, I've not sat and gave Jimbo and Ernie any information, but all these things are being said about me. Like, you got to be kidding me, man. All the information that's out there, that ain't coming from Kemper. It ain't coming from Benny Keys. It's out there. If you guys were
Yeah.
real investigators, you'd know. This is your information publicly accessible. So I don't like being blamed for things I've not done, and I will own anything I've done. I will, but
Well,
like I said, other people's going to have to do that themselves. And there's been a lot of people that I have been connected to through this whole journey. And believe me, I know that there are some good people making some bad choices right now. I was making the same bad choices. When I got away from the noise, I could actually see it. I could hear it. I didn't have any influence. I suggest you guys do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what it took for me. Everybody said I tucked tail and ran. No, I was still around. Yeah, I was still around watching. But my name never stopped coming out of people's mouths. That's one of the main reasons. But like I said, I got away from that noise. I could see what I had been doing to make this situation the shitty situation that it is.
Yeah.
So if you want to call me a sellout or a turncoat because I did what I was raised to do, and believe me, I was raised in a good home, but I was raised to admit my faults, to make amends, and to do something better after that. Don't do it again. And that's what I've done. So if that makes me a sellout or a turncoat, then so be it. But I do happen to know a lot of you that are calling me that have had the same kind of raising.
Yeah.
So like I said, get away from the noise. Take some time for yourself and then really look at the situation.
Yeah. You know, like you talking about this information highway, like I saw a specific video, and I'm not going to say who it was, but a person said on their, it's on their video. I think it's still up, but, or it's maybe clipped and up, but, you know, he says, you know, Benny, you're a such and such, you know, they're using this thing that I only told you. There's no way anybody else can know. But I'm going to tell you, that information I had, and I promise you it didn't come from Benny. I hadn't talked to Benny until relatively recently, you know, last week or so, a message or two back and forth, but still nothing, you know, that would make Benny a turncoat. You know, I know he apologized, and you get crucified for that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when people have a, you know, I don't know, come to Jesus meeting in their heart or whatever, you know, like, and they just feel like, hey, man, I feel like I need to say I'm sorry. Why can't you do that without being, you know, oh, now he's the enemy. He's done turned his back on us. That's like the whole thing with everybody got mad at me was, you know, when Josh Shanks was mentioned. And everybody knows who that is now. But, you know, I didn't want Ernie getting a hold of that name and, you know, doing evil with it. And when Ernie said, you know, I would never do that, I said, thank you, Ernie. And they gave him the fist bump, man. Bam. We get up there. And then immediately it was just a tidal wave of, Jimbo, you've been working with Ernie the whole time. I just don't understand it.
Was Coco in here?
Coco was in here. You still in here, Coco? Thelma tried to call you earlier.
Is Coco in here?
She was. Let's see. Are you in here, Coco? Put a 1 in the chat if you're in there, Coco.
I don't think she's in there.
She might have done took off. I don't know.
I don't see her.
Yeah.
Anyway, if Coco does pop up, Coco, I love you. And I do not believe anything that comes out of their mouths. And I think it's the most funniest thing ever. I got the big kick out of it. So call me, girl. You don't, and if you want to send my husband sexy messages, you go right ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
I made her say that. No, I didn't.
It was planned.
It was all planned.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
Alicia, gotta love my mama. C. Yeah, she's a glue that holds us together here. She was in jail for 2 weeks, and I'll tell you what, that's the longest we've ever been apart in 30 years. You know,
mhm.
And it was rough. It was rough. Lots take off, and there's no drama. Yeah. People, I'm not talking about Coco, but when there's, you know, when it's not a big fight, a lot of people lose interest.
Mhm.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
But see, that's the thing, though, that there's about 200 to 300 people in this community that live off of that.
Yes.
That's what they're here for. And they're the main people that's being talked about. The people that carry guilt. I was one of them. Because I laid off, I'm a sellout. But hey, at least I can sleep at night, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Jay in his 19th cent says, "Who's Coco?"
She's a beautiful lady.
She is a beautiful lady. She really is. She's funny too. Like if you watch her live stream or a video, like her facial expressions,
Yeah, she's funny.
are just hilarious. Like I can watch her without sound, just watch her facial expressions, and it's so funny. It's so funny.
On the sidelines, we could reach out, and it would do no good.
Alicia Turner, you are correct. Quality over quantity. But the thing is there are more people that aren't here for the drama than there are for the drama. You get what I mean? Like, it's a small minority, but we allow it to keep going with it, you know? I know everybody keeps blocking and then unblocking. I think there's a real reason for that block button, you know? And it should be used for the right reasons, not to silence people,
I've got like 700 blocked.
but to keep the trolling down and to keep what you're trying to do on course. Yeah, you definitely should block people, especially that core of 200, 300 that I'm talking about.
Kemper does have that radio voice for sure. Actually, Kemper used to be a radio personality, right? I'm right about that, right?
Back in the 90s. Yep.
Yeah. On the sidelines, instead of combating the bullies, we need to reach out to those being bullied and build this community with those things.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
think
well,
that's,
you're right about that. They need to being bullied. I read that wrong.
yeah, I did too, Jamie. That's why I highlighted. I was going to say, like, it wouldn't do me any good to contact Nicolina and say, hey, let's chat it up. but the ones who are victims of being bullied, welcome. That's when Kemper and I first started to stand. That's what we said. Like, hey, contact us.
Yeah, reach out.
We'll talk to you, even if you don't want it on YouTube. And there was a bunch that didn't want it on YouTube.
And there's still a bunch that hadn't been talked about publicly.
Yeah.
Probably 2% of those people outed themselves on their involvement in speaking to us.
Yeah.
Because, of course, they thought I was a sellout because they heard a bunch of audio messages from me to another person. And I voiced my honest opinion.
Yeah. That's another thing. When you You
And
know,
then
when
all of a
you're talking
sudden,
to somebody, like
Yep.
it's not like you're like if I'm talking to Kemper about Jamie, and this is hypothetical, um, but you know, if I say, look, Kemper, you know, Jamie pisses me off because, you know, he says this or does that, like that's between me and Kemper. I said it to Kemper. I didn't say it on YouTube.
Right.
And I, you know, I don't necessarily mean for everybody here. Maybe I'm just getting it off my chest.
Exactly.
And I mean, and
that's
honestly, Jimbo, that's exactly what that was for me.
I could tell. I could tell. I could hear
And the
it.
thing is I'm being treated as if I went onto a live stream and said all that stuff. I could have easily have done that,
Yeah.
but I didn't. If I was going after somebody, I'd have gone after him. I wouldn't have just talked about him privately to one person, two people, you know, whatever.
I don't see rap in here either.
No, he's blocked. He can't chat unless he made a fake, you know,
Fake
account.
account.
Yeah.
Glamorous Life wants to come up.
Absolutely. Here you go. Let me throw you a link in here.
Yeah,
This
she
is
was
the
up on
glamour.
panel the other night when we were chopping it up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I love her to
Remember her.
death.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is a good thing because they need to be involved too.
Yeah.
Their followers and the subs.
Well, see,
Yeah, the
I'm not
subs.
necessarily talking to the group that's in this chat right
Oh,
now
I know that.
or watching this live stream. I'm talking to the ones that are listening to us being streamed.
Yeah.
And I know they're over there listening. Now,
Making
they're
fun.
probably getting drowned out because people want to add their quote unquote commentary to stuff. But I can tell you, most of their commentary is BS anyway. That's one reason I wouldn't work with anybody. I went by myself. I was like, nope, I'm not doing these lies. I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah. Vivian Jelly, I watch rap. Nicolene and everyone else. That's your prerogative. That's fine. I don't have a problem with people watching everybody. My problem is when people participate in chat where people are dogging me and my family, especially my children. Last
I
night
know
during
E
that
Square.
stuff, I saw some people that will never be welcome here because of that. Hello, glamorous life. How are you?
Gentlemen, I'm
Hello.
doing good. Hey, Kemper.
Not Kempler, right?
Kibler.
And hi, Jamie.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, I just woke up and saw this, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is a great hangout or live going on, and I think it's a great direction. And I wanted to add that from my experience, what I have seen, that rooms that only battle back and forth, eventually the striking system, the YouTube system, there is back and forth all over the place. Every room, a lot of TOS breaking that's going on, and it will eventually catch up to everyone involved, and none of those rooms will make it. So this is like a death wish for any room involved in that. You never grow, they never work. You get the views at first for a while, never more than, I don't know, a year or two maybe. Also, yes, you do completely get down. Eventually anybody's room will get monetization taken away from them once they just are just hatred channels. So that will affect it sometime because YouTube would catch up, and then keep on changing rules.
Well,
But
sort of like Facebook did not long ago when everybody started complaining about posts they'd done 3 or 4 years ago, got them a violation of the community standards. It's going to happen on YouTube as well.
yeah,
Like you
and
said, they're going to catch up and then they're going to be wiped.
Yeah.
they will. And I know that completely. I mean, I get it. People love train wrecks. And it's funny because a month or two, I mean, in a business aspect, because a month or two, you will make less. Channels will on their AdSense, the numbers will be down. The other rooms will tease you. They'll say you're dying. They'll say you're whatever. But slowly, you get the lurkers coming out. that will start talking. And those lurkers actually are the ones that really support. You do not get tips and things. And I'm just saying, it takes a lot to sit there. It's a lot of work to run channels. It's tons of emails. I can't even imagine Jimbo's emails, all that stuff. And it just, that's what it is. And eventually you get those people who will then start giving super chats and these little things. So eventually it's actually more profitable, even if you have 100 and they have 400, they may get it like the tortoise gets the win in the end or whatever that thing is, guys.
Yep.
It always happens like that. I've seen it over years and years and years. And really, Jimbo, you are a calming force. You really do. No smoke being blown. You have a family people would, love to see. That's a make for a great YouTube channel. You have a great history of success. You have everything it takes, and they are allowing it to completely be wasted on what's going to be over. It's going to be over because it just never lasts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and you do, and you have a great core of people that I missed what you did today. Something happened, and if it's like the other, behind the scenes real life stuff, I'm glad that
Yeah.
that's the right direct. I'm just glad. Yeah. So wanted to add that you will have that and people coming over and one just question real quick and then I'll be quiet. The direction of the room, are you going because true crime or anything like that is you just guys seem really good at it and researching it and all the team of people networking and stuff. Is that where you want to go or more variety or more
I
what?
think I want to do some true crime myself.
Mhm.
I also want to. I really like helping people.
Mhm.
I really want to help people and kind of reach out and have people reach out to me or the channel. Like it's not me. The stand is not me. It never has been. It's always been the channel. And but I like to be a resource.
Yes.
I can't. Of course, we can't pay everybody's bills all the time, but for those who we can help when we can, I think it's just going to be a great thing.
I think so too. And from a business aspect, if you actually had both of those, because you need to have a revenue for yourself, and that actually brings people in. I mean, just being real, it brings people in for both because you have to have people that support the channel, you know, and the true crime part really brings people in,
Yeah,
um, you know, or whatever you want to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get some merchandise. I've got the T-shirts, and I think I'm going to get a few other things. Actually, Sarah Smiles has some awesome ideas. She
Oh,
is amazing.
she's got her own, you know, she makes her own T-shirts. She's got her whole thing set up, and when
Oh,
she's
gee,
marketing
it's not
it,
just T-shirts. Like she makes what is that? You hang in your car air fresheners in the car for your car that are personalized.
and,
Everything.
and all there too. I mean, I know the quality of stuff. A lot of people do go with the Teesprings and things too, but I know is it Dolly or other channels, Dolly Vision or something that actually has somebody do it or other people. It's much better
Yeah,
than
I have an outlet to get T-shirts and stuff like that made. So
yeah.
I'd rather do that than go through the third party like Teespring and all that.
Right, because you give so much, honestly, business wise, you give so much of it away to Teesprings, and they're not really good quality, honestly.
Yeah, and I don't feel like it's as personal.
No,
I like the personal aspect of connecting. Sending a personal message. Hey, thank you for buying a T-shirt or supporting the channel. I always try to thank people for their support. You
you're
know,
great at that. You are great at that. You really are great at that. And the people who have these talents, like making thumbnails and making design and showcasing everybody else's talent on what they do, and showcasing other channels that are going in directions like that too. Um, the anti-bullying thing. How many people, we have enough bullying. There's much stronger number in the people who have been bullied than the
Yeah.
bullies themselves.
I think a legitimate anti-bullying campaign would be awesome.
And your name, The Stand. I mean, how perfect.
Yeah, I think the stand name is cool for that, but I think like if Jamie were to spearhead something like that, like that's right up his alley.
And Jamie, you just look cool, dude.
Jamie's an enforcer.
Stuff. Yeah, he just looks like you're just a cool, bad arse dude.
Have you seen the videos that
Yes.
when him and Ernie were doing the predator bust?
No, but I've seen him when he stands up and he has that. I mean, he has gorgeous hair and that whole presence.
I swear, I think some of those predators pooped in their pants when Jamie was
talking. Seriously.
Yep.
That would be great. That's great.
I've got one of the videos on my page that I shot. Well, I have to reshare it, but I think I left it up.
Oh, I want to see
You
that.
know the name of it, Jamie? I can go pull it up and share it and play it.
It's, I can't remember the dang name of it. I may have deleted it, Jimbo. I'll go look and see if it's still up.
And Jamie, I think a lot of people weren't aware of your, you and Ernie and everything kind of, doing this stuff together. I know Ernie's mentioned it, but you work together.
It's gone.
Oh,
I accidentally removed it.
No, maybe Ernie has it.
Jamie can re-upload it, but those I'm telling you, when he told those, he would tell those people, like, he didn't ask them, he told them, you're not going to be contacting any more kids.
How tall are you, Jamie? Yeah. How tall are you?
I would take their phone and I took their phones and read their chats on a few of them.
Glamour said, "How tall are you, Jamie?"
6'4".
You see, that's great merch. Him and the thing, wind blowing behind his hair, and he's all whatever, and intimidate people. Wouldn't that be great merch too? That's great merch.
That's a good idea, Alicia Turner.
Oops, let me pull up.
I told it hadn't been very long ago, two weeks maybe. I said, I'm going down to Tennessee right now. I went and started getting in the car, and my sons both got in front of me like, "No, you ain't, Dad." I said, "Yes, I am." They said, "Who you going after?" I said, "This guy's 6'4", about 300 pounds." They said, "No, you ain't, Dad." I'm glad I didn't make it down there, Jamie, because
That's all. Me too, man. I'm glad I didn't.
What would have happened? One of us would have got hurt. Maybe both of us would have got hurt, and absolutely
and we'd been nowhere in the same situation.
Right.
Alicia, yeah, Jamie's super, and somebody want to say no. Yeah. And yeah, that would be great.
Really that would be cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Of all different people too, different kinds of people you could have on that too, like just the average person, just to say no to bullying.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you can make, just spitballing here, but you can make, commercials and have Jamie, as like the vision, and then Kemper's voice.
Oh yeah.
That kind of thing. And like, I think it would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
No bullying campaign.
Yep.
Exactly. That'd be awesome.
Really awesome.
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat over here, man.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
I was too.
But yeah, that would be cool to do, and I'd be down to pitch in with it for sure.
Me too.
And I know it's hard not listening to the other ones. It's it's hard. It's super great if people have any cases or anything going on behind the scenes. If you have some clean history of going and just not saying anything, it's so hard. And people not bringing things to creators inbox saying they're saying this, they're saying that. I mean, it's up to all you guys, but I could never hear that stuff because it just, to me, it was hurtful. To other people, it may be triggering. Nobody wants to hear it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I
Sharon,
try not to watch it for that reason, because when I watch it, I want to respond.
I
Yep.
do too.
Redneck in me wants me to respond.
no,
I wish I did weigh 300, Sharon. Oh Lordy,
Are you over 300, Jamie?
shit! I weigh 386, dude.
Do you really?
Yes, sir.
God dang, you would beat my brains out, probably, wouldn't you?
No,
oh,
no.
I won't be honest with you, Jamie. I went and bought a cattle prod back when I lived on 1100 Waterworks Road,
Yeah,
and it's about 2.5 feet long.
is that one of them shockers?
Yeah. It'll knock out a 10,000 pound bull.
Hell, far.
10,000 pound bull.
That's fun. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. That's funny.
Be riding the lightning.
Oh Lord. That been been stunning.
See, I feel like a runt over here.
I'd pulled an Ernie.
Kemper, you have the voice. It's all you need,
Yeah.
and a great mind. That's all you need.
Oh, I was just responding to Jamie's 380, and then I'm seeing who was it? No Fear saying they're 208. I'm just like, gosh,
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah.
like I'm like one of Jamie's legs, I guess.
How tall are you, No Fear?
Hello,
I'm
6'.
6'3".
See, I'm 5'8", 180.
I got a picture of his abs.
Oh no, Fear is tall too. Yeah.
That's my real life brother, guys, in case you didn't know. Some of you may, but
Blood
just in
brothers.
case.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean we're done and we're headed in the right direction, and I think.
I
You know,
think so, too.
separating's one thing, but it's the follow through. It's it goes beyond speaking it. You got to actually do it. You know, and it's sort of like what she was just saying. Like it's going to be hard not to respond and not to say things. And I mean, I know that I've seen tempers flare and understood why, but I've seen tempers flare, and that's going to be probably the biggest obstacle. It ain't going to be people saying things about you. It's about how you respond to it.
Exactly.
You know,
Don't
and
feed into it.
Yeah,
and that's
like
going
I
to be
said,
not just a
that's the
daily
hardest
battle.
part.
That's going to be an hourly battle.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me. I'm just telling you, like it's hard for me to not say nothing,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I know, when they start telling lies, like they're saying this or that, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta say, I gotta jump on the live and tell people that ain't true.
Yeah, that's hard.
Well, I mean, anybody with common sense can see that a lot of this is lies anyway. If they had any investigative skills like they're claiming, they would see a lot of it's lies.
Right.
And they're not going to. So, as far as rational, common sense kind of stuff, you're not going to get it from everybody. There's enough out there. There is a large majority that do. They have that.
There is. And
It
they're
works.
lurking. I promise you. I know a couple of them, and I have myself, and you just see it. If you see it, and they're the smart ones because they're not getting involved. If you ever have, you don't put your finger in the fire again. So they're staying until they see rooms that if they ever talk in there, they really truly are safe and, not going to be targeted and stuff. But we
And if
have
they
common sense.
exactly,
Yeah, it's just maintaining your ground and keeping your eyes on the goal and
and
not
if
letting them
you
play you.
and if they come into your chats, it'd be hard to have your
It's just,
mods to get them out.
I'm gonna say, just block them and keep going
Exactly.
on. Like the big
Don't feed
channels, they
on
sit
it,
there and talk to every troll that comes through. They
and
don't.
don't talk about it. Just block them and be done with it. And that
Yep.
is going to
Don't
be
even
hard.
acknowledge it. It's like a kid with a tantrum. You
Yeah.
don't acknowledge a tantrum, they quit throwing it. Eventually.
And I know it's really hard too. This is hard unless you've experienced it. This is really hard. People will come up, if you're a known personality on here, with the wildest things you never imagined will come from completely left field. Then they will convince this group, or at least, mob mentality, that the sky today is polka dotted. And people will believe it. And people, it's hard to even express these random wild rumors that get started from nothing.
Well, honestly, before me and Jimbo even decided to do the stand, um, I told Jimbo I didn't want to have anything to do with YouTube because literally I said they're all crazy. And it's
Mhm.
because we had sat and watched for probably 3 months, watched exactly what you just described happen with the Summers Wells case. Period.
Mhm.
And it
Mhm.
was so insane. And I'm sitting here watching it like, where's this coming from? How are these people coming up with this stuff? And it literally that was the biggest thing that I had an issue with was the crazies on YouTube, and they will come up with some crazy stuff, and they will have people believe it.
Yep.
And that, like I said, this whole Summer Wells issue, it's a mess because of people like them. It really is.
Truly is. It
Yeah.
So,
truly is.
and it's not gonna. That's just one situation, one example. There are many, many examples. But yeah, it's going to be hard not to acknowledge them. But at some point, you're going to have to if you want them to go away.
It
Yeah.
was easier for me because I never liked hearing bad things about myself. So I literally would not watch. And that was bad enough. But if you're a type of person who will watch, then it's a nightmare. I can't watch stuff about myself because it's so hurtful. It's so hurtful. You would maybe say that if you had to, if you think one day you're gonna pursue it legally or something and file it away or something, but yeah, you really need to think of YouTube as upside down world. Until it changes itself, its own rules, it will never change, even for the most cleanest creator around.
You. I wanted to reply to a comment Jay had said, "Okay, I want to ask Kemper if he had ever met Ernie. Then why did you want to take him down?" Um, Ernie was in my hometown, and he was with Tina and Xander, and um, actually Jamie at one point. But Jamie has been around for a while. Jamie was in our community group when um, the wild conspiracies were being posted about in our community groups. Now the community group isn't for conspiracies, and I'm all about conspiracies, but that's not what it was there for. And Tina sort of pushed Ernie as the intimidator towards us and called us pedophiles and kept pushing him like it was supposed to intimidate us. It didn't, but that's what it was meant to do. And basically, it snowballed into a situation where I told Ernie I wasn't going to go away. I was going to make his life hell. And for a while, I did. For a long while, I did. And around April, I stopped. There was a lot of reasons why I stopped, but um, and mostly personal. But um, no, I'd never met Ernie. I know Tina and Xander. Like I said, that's my hometown. And at one point, it was believed that they were stalking, and I know that they were harassing people at some point. So that's pretty much what happened. That pushed me to become defensive, and it was a bullying thing. It really did start with bullying, so I started bullying back, and I let it get a little too much.
Yeah.
So
Somebody called for Fabio.
There he is.
I just had to.
Jamie and I are complete opposites from the Jamie's got that long flowing hair and I'm bald.
It's kind of cool, actually, though. Yeah, both. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't resist that. Oh,
you're welcome, Jay. You're welcome. But like I said, I'm being crucified because I've stopped pushing all that crap.
I am too. Don't feel bad. I stepped back and looked at the bigger picture because four fingers. I like that saying now. Whenever you're pointing a finger at somebody else, you've got four pointing back at you.
Yeah.
Yep, you do.
And I have yet to see one of the quote unquote bully type people, when uncovered, are not dealing with a ton in their life. They're not happy people. 0% of happy people would ever instigate things like this. You know what I mean? For long periods. And the last one standing on the quote unquote bully side is really the biggest loser, because usually normal people like Kemper will drop out. People will drop out. You can only take it for so long. If you're just a regular person.
Especially if you ain't meant to be like that.
Exactly.
And you start and you got a heart.
Yeah, it's hard too when you're built differently. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you got a heart, eventually you'll see that you need to just go. You need to stop,
Well,
especially
that
if you
moral
care.
compass, that moral compass sort of takes over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. I
reading.
get what you're saying here, Angela. Yeah, I get that for sure. If the subs don't feed into sending clips to creators, between two creators, it will slow down on the drama. I think it would slow down some. That's part of everybody holding themselves accountable too. Everybody do their part, and if you feel like your part is don't send in clips, then if that's what's on your heart, don't send them. I agree with that, and I definitely get where you're coming from there.
And no shade here. No, really, seriously, because I know it goes on all over the place, but there are a, a lot of, crapsters that will do that and just feed on it, and they kind of stay out of it, but they're feeding it back and forth because they want to, whatever reason.
Yeah.
That happens, and you got to be,
Yeah. Some are really, like they're trying to help you. They really are. Like, I don't know if you saw this, but I feel like you need to see it. And some of them are, not wanting to see you respond. They think you really need to see it. And I get that too. I'm just telling you, for me, it's like pretty much everything I see makes me want to respond.
Right. Yeah. And some are meaning
Yeah, it's
well.
hard not to. It really is. Like, I couldn't tell you how many times somebody sent me something about somebody saying something about me, a clip, a comment in chat, whatever. And I want to go live. And you know how hard I fought since April to not go into a live stream? Because I knew once I did, it was just going to start snowballing. There was no point in me going to do that. Like, I knew they were lying. I knew they were full of it. So that's all I need to know. Like, if the YouTube crazies want to believe that, then let them do it.
Yeah.
That's on them, but I know better.
And it's me, yeah. If it's the family and stuff like that, I get it. I mean, I get it. And the threats and things, I get that there is a difference, but not every
Oh
who
yeah,
called you this name,
I'm not throwing shade on anybody for sending me clips. Like,
Yeah.
I know you're looking out for me and you're trying to help me. I don't, and I'm not saying stop. I've got to be better about being able to see that and just shrug it off like, okay, I saw it. Now, if I need to handle it outside of YouTube, then that's what I'll do. That's on me. So
And a lot of
I
people
got to do better.
and a lot of people just don't, they're good natured and they just want to help and they really like you and they don't you know, understand that some of the small stuff may not mean anything. It's not just black and white as just all of them are. It's not like that. The majority of the people that do that aren't, but there are some people who do. And that, or just will twist more like the people, they'll twist what's actually being said it's more than it actually is, you know.
Yeah. Hey
Um,
guys, can we take like a 10-second moment of silence? They found the school teacher in Memphis in a dumpster.
oh no.
Can we take about a 10-second moment of silence?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. Prayers goes out to their family.
Yeah.
And 616 Love, what are you talking about?
But
They're trying to bring up old stuff on her, and it's not right. But
on 616 or on
yeah, 616.
yeah. Oh yeah, they've been trying to dig into her for a while, trying to find out who she is and where she is and what can we do to hurt her? What can we do to destroy her life? And that's
And
the
it's
thing. Like,
ridiculous.
why
It is.
why do people feel compelled to do that over YouTube stuff?
They're ridiculous. Yeah, I hate they found her in that way, man. And I hope they find out who done it.
That family is really hurting tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Family will never be the same.
Yeah.
Sad.
That is hard. That is hard.
I think paid trolls. I mean, I don't know that happens, but I think that's I don't know.
I'm answering some texts here, guys.
You're all right.
Yeah, 616. They like to do that. They do, unfortunately.
But don't you worry about it, 616. Just let it go off your back like we're going to start doing, like water on the duck's back. Because people like that's irrelevant, and we're not. We're just going to go continue doing the right thing.
Yep. You got to react the opposite way they want you to. They want you to get fired up. Don't get fired up. You know.
Well, if
Bring calm.
subscribers wants to join and come into chats that is in other chats, as long as they're nice and polite, that's fine. I mean, everybody's welcome. But as soon as they come in and start that, like making up false names, making fun of a creator, like one
Yep.
is doing me, um, get them out there. They'll be gone. Period. Everybody's welcome in their chats as long as they're polite and not causing drama.
And I think what's hurtful too that sometimes people don't realize is that if you support a creator like Jimbo or anybody else, and if you're in a room that if you make comments negatively about him or something in another room, you
Yeah,
may think it's not being seen. And it won't matter. He's bigger. It won't matter. He won't see it. You don't really mean it, but you're adding because it's mob mentality. He's a real person. Chances are it'll get sent to him. And it really does hurt because it's like,
exactly.
it hurts. So
I
people
got
do
some.
see whatever's
I
said.
got some screenshots earlier about people like that, but You got to ignore it and just let the moms do their thing. And I mean,
Yeah, it's going to be harder than a lot of people realize, but you can do it. That's the thing. It can be done.
yeah, I heard, and not only that, Mama Bird G, the kids that she taught, her kids at home, plus the kids. I don't know how old this lady is, but her kids at home, her family, and plus, since she was a school teacher, it don't not only affects the kid at home, it affects the school, and it's a
Yeah.
very sad situation.
Jimbo's over texting away. I hear him.
Yeah, I am.
And sometimes too, I've noticed that one thing that always helped me was that even if you think, okay, something's said about you and you want to respond, if you say, okay, I'm going to wait 24 hours and see if it's still affecting me the same way.
Right.
And then do it. At least start out by saying I'm going to wait 24 hours and not respond knee jerk. Chances are you're on
It
to
ain't one
something else.
man.
It's forgotten. If it's responded to, it's more attention brought to it. But in 24 hours, it won't hurt as much because you see people mostly move on and they're on to some other lie about you or about somebody else, but it's a whole
Ex-
new one. You know.
Exactly. That's what Kemper was talking about. If you feed it, that's like standing over a fire. If you feed it gas, it's going to keep on going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it only takes a spark. That's why. You know,
Thank you on
it
this
can be
side.
something very small that gets something big going. So yeah, waiting 24 hours to respond, seeing how you feel about it. Because me, I try to walk away from a situation instead of responding because I can be a harsh person when I don't do that. I can be very harsh, and I know that. Like I've hurt a lot of people's feelings doing that. So you know, I try not to anymore. I try to just walk away, not say nothing, come back. If it's really important, then I'll address it. You know.
And don't you guys think to it? Just my thoughts are some things you do have to correct. When it's something that you can just easily correct and then just correct it and then move on. Show that it's like, this is the truth. This is the truth. Okay. Just because I know mine and people that I know, a problem is if you don't correct some things, it does get made into truth later on, a fact. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
learning.
Rolling out the truth, you don't have to harp on it either, man. You can be like, somebody can say something about you, and you just go to your community post and post the actual factual, and not have to say
Hmm.
a word, and just go
That's
on about your, you know,
a better
and
because once you
that.
get to the chat, you get to talking and responding to the chat, and you may say more than you really wanted to say. So community post is a better actual option.
So you're addressing it, but you're not continuing. You know what I mean? It's just like
Hmm.
boom, here it is, and you just go on about whatever scheduled live and what you were going to talk about, and all that. You know.
Hello, Mama T.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Mama T.
Hello, Jamie. How are you doing?
Doing good, honey. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Good.
I came up here to say that I agree with all of you on this, trying this, not saying anything. And, when they do say something about us, because originally I started out like 616. I wasn't, real boisterous about anything, didn't say much. And then I got to be boisterous. And the more I was, the more they were.
Yep.
So, and then I got my own channel. And no matter what I would try to do, they'd come in and they'd attack, no matter what. Missing kids, whatever. So I tried just to go on with what I was doing. But sometimes that's hard. So any
Yes.
suggestions on
Yes.
that?
Yes. It is hard.
I mean, I remember when me and Jimbo started the stand, I mean, we really didn't address, like, if somebody started being disrespectful or whatever in chat, they just got blocked. It wasn't even really discussed much, if it was at all. Now, most of the time, that was like Ernie or Tina or somebody that was getting blocked, but it's still the point, same situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, it's hard, very hard to do, but it
And
is
what's
doable.
what's
And
harder is if you think they're supposed to be your friend and they're on your panel, it's hard, even hard. Now this is hard too. I seen it the other day where somebody had somebody on their panel and they're supposed to be their friend, and this person helped them out so much, and they was a screaming to the top of their lungs at her and all kinds of stuff, and that's hard. Not that's hard to deal with.
And Mama T, what I've seen with you is that they have, but it's just kind of like, I just don't watch it. There's no time, but it's repetitive. And even though it feels really, really bad for you as a lurker watching, it's not, I mean, because they could be digging into everyone in your lives, past records, and I mean, really digging. And the only thing that could happen to a creator that keeps on going, that's because you're like relatively really new, that it can get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So you're in a good position to where it's really, it hurts you, but it's not that,
Well,
you
to
know,
be honest, Glamorous, I'm sorry, but to be honest, there was only one person that actually hurt me.
right. I
And
understand.
it was ridiculous too.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I could care less about. They're irrelevant. Like I told Jamie, they're irrelevant.
Exactly.
It don't matter. But the one person, that one hurt me. I'll be honest about it.
it's true. People only have the power that you give them.
Exactly,
That's
Leisha. She was supposed to be friends, but it turned out the different. That's where it hurts. They were supposed. She was supposed to be a friend.
Yeah, it hurts when you think you're friends and you shared all that. It's just so betrayal, stab in the back, punch in the gut. It hurts.
Yep.
You,
And
Mama T, you're doing an amazing thing with your channel, and keep on going. That's all we can do, and that's I've lost subs, so be it. But it's coming back up because darkness, the light will outshine the darkness whenever you're a team. Like you said, you know how with the words that you use. That's what I'm
yes,
saying. As we
strong.
become one or a whole, the darkness will outshine. I mean, the light will outshine the darkness.
Yep. Stronger together, united we stand.
There we go.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
Like Hummingbird said, every time we go to talk about something very important, like the missing children, or like I'm covering Native American women missing and murdered at this moment, missing and or murdered at this moment. They come in by the truckloads and try to distract.
And they don't want the truth to be put out. And to me, I live right probably. I can probably be in Cherokee within an hour, and I've never heard anybody over here put out information on a missing Native American or anything like that. And that's what it's going to take, what you're doing and what other people needs to start doing. And that's a good thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Jamie.
And I'm part Cherokee myself, and I love Cherokee, but we never hear anything. Now, if I go over there, I'll hear about it. But in the
well,
little town like we live in, people
yeah.
has no idea
Well, a lot of
what
it
it.
has to do with the separation that the reservations have with the government. Like they have their own law enforcement, own laws, all that. So I'm sure that has a lot to play in it on people not being aware of what's going on, because it's truly like it's their own little country.
Yeah, I know, but still, we could bring, and that's what she's doing is
No, oh
bringing
yeah, I agree.
awareness to it.
And that's probably the biggest reason why, but it does need to happen. People need to know for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with Native people don't speak out to our government
Exactly.
because they're afraid.
The history, right? Because of the history that we've got with them. Exactly. I mean, we've not had a good history with the Native Americans here in North America or anywhere else for that matter. But yeah, a lot of it is trust. A lot of it
Yes.
is.
So I was just, I just wanted to know if you guys had any suggestions. I try to just keep going, but
Yeah.
sometimes it gets overbearing.
That's all you can do. And you're the true people. And I have found out whenever you're in the light, the true people will stay. And that separates the real true people from the ones that, if they leave you, just like they did me, they wasn't meant to be there anyway. They're always welcome back if they see the light. But I mean, they just trying to hinder the process of getting the truth out. I mean, you just hold your head up and keep smiling and they'll hate that, and that's what I'm having to start to do. They'll hate
You
it.
know, I, right. I do feel sorry for Luna Wolf though, because they have really attacked her because she's come to my channel
They have
and she
her.
supports you as well, Jamie. So,
Exactly,
they're
she
getting,
has,
go ahead.
and she has, and it's ridiculous that they're attacking her for no reason, and that just shows you what kind of people that they really are, and we don't need that people as long as they're in that mess. We don't need them.
And Mama T, I totally understand attacking, your ethnicity and questioning it for years. It's like they say, I'm not Jewish. I'm not really Jewish. So it's like for years later of whatever. It's just it's craziness. Like, do you ever get that in real life? You know what I mean? And it's the most random things. So it's crazy. It's just people see that. You know what I mean? So I think just like you're probably doing, and your mods are probably doing, is just blocking those people
Yeah.
if possible, and that's all I
Just don't
know.
acknowledge the tantrum, like I was saying earlier. Just don't acknowledge it. I mean, eventually they're just going to stop because it's no fun to them. That's what a bully wants is a reaction.
Right.
That's why they do it. So if you don't give
And
them
it's
reaction or the reaction they want, they usually stop. Usually, you do have your rare breeds out there. So, but most of the time, that's how bullies work.
That is true. Kemper, thank you.
So I
You're
said,
welcome.
just keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing, coming out and talking about the stuff you talk about, and the anti-bullying stuff that you guys are against, like the mental stability of people that you are against. The talking about the against the gender of people. You all don't do that, and just keep on doing what you're doing. Yours are doing amazing to me. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's right. It's nobody's business what somebody does in their personal life, whether they're,
exactly.
sleeping with this person or that. That doesn't matter. That's not our business.
That's
It
exactly
doesn't
right.
matter.
Yep. Like, what? How does that affect anybody? What somebody does in their bedroom? Unless they are the person in their bedroom, they should have no worries, no opinion, and no input.
Right. But some people I feel are how do I put it?
And,
Bigotry, I guess is the best word for it,
Yeah, bigot. Yeah, yeah.
and
because they say things about people that are gay, straight, um, their races,
Their
their
religion.
religions, their heritage. You know what I mean? So
Something to drink. You can't eat that without something to drink.
All right.
Absolutely,
Thank
I've watched it for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm surprised because so many different groups and communities over here, that's really cancel culture for that stuff. But over here, basically anything flies, and that's kind of eye opening. A lot of the stuff you wouldn't get away with in other places that I visited on YouTube, but here it's still being allowed. You know, I mean, like usually the supporters usually turn against it and don't let people be so, you know, racist or homophobic or something, you
Yeah.
know. But
Oh, I agree. And like
And
I
it
know a lot of
would
people have
do.
brought up Ernie's sexuality before, and
over and over and
well,
over.
see, the thing is they use that as if it's why is it going to tear him down? Is it going to make him a different person or bad person? Like, why are they saying it? You have to look at the reasons. Now, obviously, they see homosexuality as something that's bad, so that's why they're saying the things they are. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to sit there and say it if it's a good thing, if it's not going to hurt his character, but they know it will to a lot of people that's following them.
Hmm.
So,
And
That's
if you
true.
try to talk to them, it does no good. So I'm going off. If you try to talk to them and it does no good, don't cast your pearls amongst the swine.
yep.
Go on forward and keep doing what we're doing, and we'll shine. We'll outshine them a lot more than they'll shine. I promise you that, because they're nothing but darkness.
Exactly.
That is true, Jamie. That is true.
Just legs, you are right, too. If you remember, if you remember right, some of these chats actually started out anti-bullying and then became the bullies. That's actually that's so right. I have seen a few of them do that too,
That's right. And
and
see,
can't say that I was innocent of being somewhat myself. So
And when I sat back and listened to the conversation between Lisa and Jimbo that night, it was like completely like these straw man arguments, and but whatever Jimbo would not would really I don't say corner her or bust her or whatever, but he would. It would completely be, let's go around and let's go to this and let's go to this. She really wasn't there to a solution or anything. It was you know, it just, you know, it wasn't there for a solution at all.
Yep.
It was just then the next category, which didn't. And if you just listen to that as a lurker, you see like, wow, this is all manipulation. I'm not saying she's doing it because she even knows what she's doing, but she's just not, in my opinion, self-aware enough at this point to realize the real reason why she's doing this. And she thinks she has the answer. She thinks that we're all being led and she's the one really that has the answer. And it's just not true. But she doesn't see that yet. So that's just my opinion on that thing.
yeah, I could go on all night about Lisa, but uh,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Sorry.
I had conversations with her from the time she started following Ernie until just a couple of months ago. And the last things I tried to tell her when she went out on her own, don't trust these people, is what I told her. Do not trust them. Don't get so close that they can hurt you. Well, she did. And then they spit her back out, what, 3 days later?
Yeah.
But before she did, she goes, "Oh yeah, Matt Kemper messaged me. He was talking trash about I think it was Jimbo or Ernie or something of that nature." No, I hadn't. I hadn't talked to her about either one in months. I talked to her and told her watch her back, not to trust these people. She did anyway. Now she's back trusting them again. Makes no sense to me, but then again, she's never been one to really make good decisions. Just saying. And Jimbo, you know that I talked to her for a long time.
Yeah.
You know the conversations that I had with her. She just, there's nothing rational about anything that she does. And I'm not putting her down. I'm just saying this is what I've learned from her. Like, I tried to help her a couple of times. My
There've
initial
been a lot of
contact with
people.
her was to help her.
They've been a
So,
lot of people help her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was one of those people.
Yeah, and she keeps going to that. Well, Ernie didn't send me nothing, but Ernie went live and had like Ernie's not rich.
He facilitated her getting money.
Yes, he was dating somebody who had money,
Yep.
but that didn't mean that Ernie could jump into her checkbook and say, "Here you go, honey. Here's your $2,700."
Yeah.
Right.
I have some potatoes coming too. They're in the oven
That's
baking.
good.
That right there is cooking my gums right now. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to eat
Hey,
regular
bring me a little bit of that Hooter sauce. Dip that in too.
What's wrong with
Who the sauce?
Hooter
Ooh.
sauce. Yee-hoo. I got some.
that chicken already is like going to eat your gums alive.
It's Nashville hot, and I'm getting some hot Hooter sauce put on it too.
Oh, I can't take the hot stuff.
MC Lick Lick Pop. I was telling her not to trust Rap, Nicolina, Benny, all of them. That's who I was talking. Twice I warned her. Don't trust them, and she did.
Yeah, she's right
That's
back
what I'm
with
talking
it.
about.
And listen, once they're done with her, they will make fun of her like yesterday's news.
And it's sad too, because everybody's helped her and tried to tell her, and
Oh yeah,
especially
You don't even have to say anything about them. You can just do something they don't like, and they're going to do that to you. That's what they've done with everyone. But if you notice, all these people that they have turned against were great people at one point, but all of a sudden there's all this really bad stuff about them out there. So why were they hanging out with these really bad people to begin with if they're so good at this?
Right?
They're not good at this. That's the thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. But they're not.
Well, I
no,
mean,
they're
it's
not.
it's a truth though. It really is. They just they turn against anybody and everybody, and like crafting, it was claimed that they knew since May that she was scamming, and then another creator said, was it 2 to 3 weeks ago? I figured her out. Well, why did
Yeah,
they let her keep scamming?
yep.
Why was it until they were about to get exposed about some stuff that they threw her under the bus? You know, why is it that just about anybody, like they've gone on and done live streams about people, and they have taken not my voice messages, but another person's voice messages. He sent to one of their moderators, and he was talking about his father unaliving himself and how he had to go in and clean it up. And oh, yes, they played those on a live stream too.
Oh my God.
And then claimed this person was Jimbo.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Wow.
true. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they do. But the thing is he is over there as a mod for them. Even after they did all that to him, he's over there just okay with it.
Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. They
Yep,
will.
I
I
was
guess
going to say
because
the
this is
same
all
thing,
the time.
Glamorous.
Yep. Yep, bro.
I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
they tried to throw one of my very good friends under the bus, and I'm not going to name them. This person has been nothing but, and she's not a creator, but she's been nothing but good to everyone in the community, and they attacked her. No reason, but they attacked her. This is what they do. If they think you don't like them, they're going to attack you. If they think you're going to have something to say about them, they're going to attack you. If you don't serve a purpose for them, they're going to attack you.
I'm gonna go see if Jackie can pick her up.
Okay.
Hey, Jimbo, we got a little bit of ruckus in the chat.
What's going
Lori's
on?
upset about something.
What is it, Lori?
Somebody, I guess called Ernie Skern Dog or something. I don't know.
Who did it?
Mama Bird G.
Thank you. I was
Who?
looking.
Who did it?
his name's Ernie, Mama Bird G.
Lisa sacrificed her children for him. Well,
No, that's not true. That is not true. So if you watch the video that Ernie posted, I don't know if it's still up, but I seen it. And apparently there was a whole lot of trouble before all of this.
Yep.
So
She even admits that in live streams that they never really got along for quite a few years.
She was ready to fist fight her daughter.
Yep.
You don't do that on a little, something between a friend staying at your house. And Ernie was willing to leave. The fist fight, you don't have that kind of anger that ain't pent up already.
Right.
Right.
It don't just magically appear. Exactly.
And if you listen to that video, in that video, he's trying to diffuse the situation. He's calm. He's not yelling. He's not upset. I mean, I'm sure he was upset, but he wasn't showing it. He was calm and he was trying to diffuse the situation. Told her, no, Lisa, that's your family. I'll leave. No, Lisa, that's your family. Don't do that. I'll leave. And that's when he called MJ.
Yeah.
Exactly, Hummingbird. I seen it too. Ernie handled it well. I seen it, and he did. He wasn't a hollering and a screaming or nothing like that. And liquid courage probably had something to do with it too.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. That with the daughter situation, the kids, I mean, that just doesn't happen that night. No way.
Right. That's right. But we all know Lisa feeds off her emotions. That's how she runs. So
I just pray that she sees the light and tries to do the right thing and stops whatever she's doing and sees the light. I mean,
I wish nothing but the best for Lisa, but I won't let her back.
Yeah, I
Not
do
in my
too.
life.
Right. And like you said, she is an emotional person, and that's probably why a lot of things that she does is irrational, because she runs off those emotions so quick. So I mean, and like I said, I've only known her for like a year, maybe a little bit less. It's like 11 months now, but I have seen her with her reactions, and they are very emotional, not thought out. So yeah, you're going to go and fist fight your kid if you react and respond that way, you know?
Yeah, I can kind of feel that with her of things that I've gone through, and she's placing the blame in the wrong place, and she was seemed to be as an outsider at a very vulnerable place and is blaming, and as soon as she backs away from everything and just kind of gets the help under control, she'll see that this has got really so little to do with it, and she'll learn from it. If she seeks counseling and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I only know from experience that it wasn't this. She's just blaming all right now.
Now, Lisa wasn't being honest about everything either. She's
Okay.
talking about, her situation. Like, she blames it all on supporting Ernie, and that's why she don't have any money. She was working. She got fired for what she's, acted towards me, and it was turned in to her boss. But she got another job, another good job at a huge car lot.
Yep.
She got herself fired. She don't mention that. Now,
Yep.
she had a discrepancy over her commission, but she still went in there with her mouth instead of handling it properly and got fired. That's why she's broke. That's why she don't have any money to pay her bills. It's not Ernie's fault. It's not my fault. It's her fault.
Yeah.
Well, she forgets. She seems to forget that the people that she ran to had a hand in all of that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, the calls that were made to her daughters?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The calls that were made to her daughters, the calls that were made to her job, and so on. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I understand
But,
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's honestly the reality of it. Bad choices put most of us, actually, choices, good or bad, put us where we are in life.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
And if you go on a tear doing really, really bad,
It's
you're
going
going to
to
find
catch up
yourself
with
in
you.
a really bad situation.
Yep.
Yes. Like I said, I wish nothing but the best for Lisa. I really want her to succeed in life. Maybe one day she'll grow a thicker skin and be able to deal with things better. I tried to help her do that. But she's more emotional than me about things like that. I don't know.
You did the right thing and you handled it well that night.
Thank you. I tried.
Well, you did an amazing job, and that's all you can do. And you know that you tried, and she didn't accept it, and just and it's a sad situation, but you did the right thing.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God, you
on
were
her,
so
girl.
patient. Yeah, I mean,
Very
you were
much
so
so.
patient
Everybody
with your
saw that,
friend.
Mama T. Everybody saw you were very patient. Very, very.
I mean, I did yell for like 2.2 seconds, but then I was just like, why? She ain't hearing me anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Most of the time, they don't hear you.
No, she had her mind made up anyway.
Yep.
exactly. And I had told Lisa with that whole situation between her and Ernie, I didn't want to be in the middle. I told him the same thing. I was going to be in the middle.
Yep.
Okay. And he told me, you don't have to choose. That's not your job. So did she in the beginning. You don't have to choose. Then she gets over there with them people over there, and
Then I want you to choose.
they cause her to come over and sever our friendship before they will help her. That's why she did it.
She needed a specific amount of money. Didn't she ask for a specific amount? And she
Two
got
hundred
it.
and eighty
$280.
dollars, and I'll spill it all.
Yeah. And
That's
Yep.
exactly what she said.
Yep.
And of course, there was some to do about how she was going to get that money, but who even knows if she did?
yeah.
You know, that day that Ernie helped her on his panel, he put that together in like a half an hour
Right.
to hour.
Hmm.
Had us all come in, had me spread the word, had other people spread the word that he needed us all there.
Mm-hmm.
We were there. She got $700, and it wasn't enough. But Ernie and his girlfriend offered also to go there to help her.
Yeah.
They said they were going to help her, or she could come where they were, and they would help her. But she
Yeah.
didn't want to do that.
Nope.
And even his girlfriend said, don't sell the furniture. You're not going to. I mean, it was kind of put out there a little bit that maybe if she met her, she would have even helped her more,
She was going to. She was going to.
That's what I kind of sensed,
And heck, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh,
Yes.
even Jimmy. Jimmy from the Bayou. I think he's still in here. This man struggles with his finances. He helped. He donated to Lisa that day. I think he said he gave her $2. $2 to Jimmy was a lot of money at that time. Like I said, he's often in a situation that's not great, his finances. But he helped because Ernie asked for help.
Beloved Ghost helped her too.
Yep.
Yep, she sure did.
And the people that did help, really, I just, helped a little bit. And it was for Ernie because I don't know Lisa. It was on Ernie's word. So she, she said it was because people knew her. No, mine was because I knew Ernie. And I think a lot of people were like that.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, she's very ungrateful, and there's a lot of them that's very ungrateful.
Yes. Amen, Jamie.
That's very true, Jamie.
And I
So
seen
many.
somebody say, "Would Ernie really help anybody?" I'm gonna say, I said, let me tell you this. Even for what I was doing and what I did do, if I had called Ernie and said, "Hey, can you come and help me?" he would have been there.
He sure would have.
I completely sense that about him. And that's the part.
He would have been there. Just like he said, "How much is your medicine?" I said, "Ernie, you don't have to do that." After all the mess that I was in and was doing, following the other side, he still offers to do it. I said, "Ernie, you don't have to do that." So
That's
I answered their question. Ernie, if he can't do it, like Jimbo said, Ernie ain't rich. But he would find the means and the way to help.
Yeah.
No matter what it was or is, he would do whatever it took to try to help. In the story.
and Jamie, I think that's what people, speaking for some lurkers like I were myself, see in him, sense in him, and that's the part that in him being nice to everybody, regardless if you're fat, skinny, old, whatever, making women feel beautiful or opening a door or having that heart. That's what makes it like we don't care about anything else. We see a heart. If the heart is there, the heart is what I love.
Yep.
And the passion.
Yes.
Every one of us here has got that passion to help somebody. And he really has the passion. He would have been there to help. And people can't accept that. They want to always down it, you know.
It's
Well,
proven.
the sad part about it is if Lisa called right now and said, I'm sorry, Ernie, I need your help, he'd
He'd
go.
be right there to help her.
He would help her.
Mm-hmm.
He would go. You know, I did ask our people to give Lisa a second chance, and so did Ernie.
Yep.
You know, so, and they did.
And now then she's going around saying, I got secrets if you can put my cash app up.
Yeah.
And that's so ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
But even some of the secrets that she had, like that video with the 18-year-old boy where they were playing around at Jimbo's house
That's
there.
irrelevant. That was crazy.
That was ridiculous. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Since she lied, if she would have had text of Jimbo saying blah 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 blah,
They'd have been out.
she didn't. She straight up lied.
Yep.
It was completely twisted. It was a 180 from what it was actually meant for. That is yuck.
Mm-hmm.
And Ernie's like that to anybody. Like that, if he's got a playful thing about him, and if he wants to play with you and you're playing like that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He's good. He tries to be good to everybody, you know.
Yep. And that boy, excuse me, I'm eating. That boy was going through a rough time. Like his parents literally threw him out of his house when he turned 18 because he's homosexual. You know, that's got to be crushing to have your parents shun you and say, hey, you're not worthy to live here. Call him homophobic names. And he was as down can get. So why be mean to him?
Exactly. And what I got out of the video, Ernie was just showing him that it wasn't bad. I mean, Ernie wasn't doing nothing bad.
Yep.
It was sweet.
Go ahead.
I didn't actually see anything wrong with the video either.
I didn't.
Now, if you like these or not, but they're called crispy baked potatoes, and you take them and you smush them and you put like stuff on. You can try them.
They got potatoes in them, right?
Yeah.
I like them.
I just ain't never made them for a TikTok video.
Jimbo, the people want to know if that boy's all right now. Is he okay now?
Yes.
What boy?
Steven.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Oh, good.
I think he's got a job and a roommate, like living in an apartment. I think I'd have to ask my daughter Sarah. My daughter Sarah talks to him every day. They're like really close friends.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
That's how we knew his situation. You know, Sarah came to us and said, hey, my friend just got thrown out of his house because he's gay. And I was like, how old is he? Like, they just throwing a kid out? And he was like, well, he turned 18. And that's when they told him, you're an adult. If you're going to be gay, you can't live here. So
That's ridiculous. Who
how
does
do
that
you
to
turn
a
your
kid?
back on your kid like that?
Thank you, Rita.
Your parents are your soft spot to land. I can't even imagine. They're supposed to be, you know? That's tough.
That is tough. Poor kid.
That's right, Hummingbird. That's right. It's showing him kindness. Just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I
None
think Jay's
whatsoever.
kidding. Jay said, "Now Jimbo, you run Ernie off because of the lust." I think he's kidding.
Yeah.
I think that's what Lisa said. But yeah, that's not true. Ernie wouldn't run off. Ernie can come here anytime he wants, and he knows it.
And
I
Ernie,
love how Ernie's never affected in these things. He takes care of those trolls when they come in. Zero effect showing on him. It's gold.
and I've noticed he's bad about tricking them into doing stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's hilarious. I
I do
honestly
too.
think it's funny. When he does that, tricks them into talking about themselves and doxing themselves. I think it's hilarious.
It
Especially
always
the-
works.
Oh, that guy the other day went and showed his whole house, his vehicles, and
Yes.
And his whole face, which I got a screenshot of.
yeah,
Oops, did I say that?
so stupid.
He's so good at that. It's like that's a talent, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, dang, Ernie, teach me how to do that a little. I mean, I'm good at talking to people. I've gotten pretty good at it just watching him, but I want to know what his secret is to stay calm.
He's so charming, and he's got that personality. He's just got that charm, and you just
Charisma.
like him, and you laugh, and he's
Yeah, he's
top notch.
charismatic. You know,
He's
he's
very much charismatic and very smart.
Yeah, see, my boyfriend sees that too, and he don't like it very much. He's very jealous.
Oh no,
He ain't a little jelly, is he?
He is. He is. I just tell him I don't want Ernie Shell. I got you. Why? Why you say I'm with you? I'm here with you. He's at 3,000 miles away. Why are you worried? Good Lord. I think it's funny. I'm like, you're
Just tell him,
being ridiculous.
Mama T. Ernie got a list of women that's in line waiting on him. Like, and you're way down the list.
No. See, look. I don't even want to be one of those girls, okay? I'm good.
Oh, Lordy. So, Kemper, wake up, buddy.
Kimber, did you fall asleep again?
Kemper, did you nod off over there on us?
He has done that before. We did a live stream once, and somebody said in the chat, it was like, is somebody snoring? And I got quiet for a minute and listened, and Kemper was sawing logs. I think he might be sawing logs right now.
Hummingbird, I believe that.
I do too.
I'm over here talking and had my mic on mute, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, you were on mute, but
I was
you
like,
remember when
what
you
in the
fell
world?
asleep
They
that
don't hear
time?
me? No, dude, I remember it. I just finished doing a double, and we went live at like 12:05 or 12:35 or something like that. And what I remember the most about it was waking up to my phone being dead, and the last thing I remember was being live. And it was like my phone's
for
dead.
you?
I'm waking up like, what did I do?
You know what? It was we played a video from No Thanks.
Rita, you're right.
At the end of that video, Kemper was out of it.
Yeah, I do remember, man. I do remember falling asleep. It
Well,
happens.
dude, I was so sick like a month ago. I fell asleep on the Liberators live. Everybody was blowing up my phone. Like, are you okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. You're like, what did I do when I was sleeping and everybody could hear me? You know, that kind of thing, too. Talking, you sleep, snore, whatever.
Oh heck, I remember having a live stream one time, and I took my medicine that helps me sleep. I'm not gonna say what it is, but and when we got done, I was like, "Oh God, I don't remember the last 45 minutes. What were we talking about?" It's like, dude, I took my medicine too early.
Yep. It happens. It does happen.
Rita, that's funny. Rita said, "Mama T, he would die if he saw an Ernie After Dark episode." Yeah,
God,
yeah, he would. He really would.
I don't think I've ever seen an Ernie After Dark episode. Are
Oh
there really such
gosh.
things?
Are you
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about the?
there used to be a show, Ernie After Dark. I promise.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the one that he did a few months ago, where, like it was black, you couldn't see anything, but he had the camera on, and somebody was with him, and they were just, he was
Yeah.
talking, and they were playing around and stuff on the video.
And he was talking a bunch of crap. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about.
Yep, I remember that. I do remember.
Shoot, Ernie's got so many females scorned over him right now. I don't think the man knows whether he's coming or going half the time.
You
That's
nailed
the
it right
problem.
there. That's what the problem is. They're just scorned.
Well, Lisa, that's her problem. It ain't about money. It's about the fact that Ernie won't have anything to do with her like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what the problem is with her. So I'm sure there's other ones that are like that too.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got a whole list of people. Starting with an N, and then we got one starting with an S, and then one starts with a B, and then an L, and then and so on and so on and so
I'm
on.
playing Wheel of Fortune here.
Yeah.
Just legs, I do talk in my sleep. That's why I was worried.
I'd like to
It's
buy
like,
a
what did I
valve.
say?
And I gotta do speak for the other ones that really, because my brother, like I said before, who was Homecoming King, is exactly like Ernie, and I do see him that way. I love the charm though, and I also love it because if you are attractive, you can be cocky and not nice to people. I love it when a man is attractive and he's nice to all. I truly just see him a friend, a little brother like my big brother, and charming, and I love that. Nothing to do with anything else, but I love that in him, that he's like that to everyone and lifts a woman up, makes her feel good, but some women can be.
Yeah.
I mean, his type. He has a certain type of little woman, that he usually goes for. This thing. So
Oh, they've said stuff about that too. Like how he sexualizes everything because.
And he's gay. Come on, guys. He's the
no,
most
I'm talking
straight
about
guy in the
women.
world. No, I know, but I just kind of added that part. Like he's completely the straightest guy in the world for that. But okay, sorry.
No, he's not the straightest guy in the world. I am.
Well, that's true too. True.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, everybody up here is straight. Okay, we got it straight.
Yeah, right. That's straight.
And Lane, Ernie is at work. I'm not doing it. She said Mama T knows how to summon Ernie. Oh.
He'll
It's a
pop
joke.
up like a butler in a minute.
Well, y'all got his bat signal out there or something? The Ernie signal?
No, I
no,
say his
that's
name.
okay.
I say his name 3 times, and biscuits and gravy 3 times, and then lightning tiger 3 times, and he seems to appear every time. So
I thought it was only on full moons.
You say biscuits and gravy 3 times, hell, I'm showing up.
Me too.
Heck yeah. You know this. It's a B's and G's.
I know effing drama. I'm all right, honey. How are you? That's funny. Oh.
I'm reading chat.
New York to LA says, click your heels 3 times.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. You got to say his name 3 times, then biscuits and gravy 3 times, and then lightning tiger 3 times, and he seems to appear.
He likes food.
Lane Poston said, I'm ready for some more E Squared and Ernie episodes. Those were fun. They really were fun.
He's working, y'all. I'm not gonna bug the man. Goodness.
Honestly, Ernie and Lisa had some fun episodes, like when they were doing their stuff, like
Yeah. When they were, what were they doing? I forget. They were outside walking around.
they did some ghost hunting, cave diving.
I was going to ask, didn't they go to like the Sensabaugh Tunnel or something like that?
When
Yeah.
they went to Summer Wells up there,
That was Jimbo and Ernie. That was Jimbo and Ernie that went to
was it?
Sensabaugh
Okay.
Tunnel. Yep.
Okay,
He
because
went
I thought
to
it had something to do with the
Gettysburg
Summer
too,
Wells
didn't he?
area that him and Lisa had done, and I know that's in that area.
remember him feeding those dogs that nobody wanted to? That was so beautiful. Remember that? On the Wells property, and there were all those hungry dogs,
Oh
and that
yeah,
one that
when he
was
was feeding
sick.
the dogs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
went to Gettysburg too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's been all over.
And it was snowing. When someplace he went to, it was snowing, wasn't it?
I
believe
remember
so.
he went
Yeah.
to Gettysburg. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Is he okay now? Is he? Is he? I didn't get to see the one from today or
Yeah.
anything else.
He
Okay,
was on
good.
here when we started.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, good.
Yeah. He's at work, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when they
The
went to
kid
feed the
over it.
dogs. Yes. They may have went to Sensabaugh Tunnel
I think they
because
did. I think they did. Yeah.
because I forgot that they were out there and they fed the dogs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I said, I'm from that area, and I know about Sensabaugh Tunnel and some of the haunted places around there. There's the Pressman's home, which is in the same county. It's in Hawkins County, but it's got a lot of activity and stuff too. But yeah, I remember them. They were doing something in the woods too. I can't remember what it was. I know she was having a hard time keeping up with him.
He got the best answers. His charm did out of Candace Wells. He got info
He did.
out of her.
He did get
You
close
know,
there. Yeah.
he really did. That wasn't out there.
Has anybody even heard from her lately?
Not that I know of.
I haven't
I
seen him.
know Dawn Wells is due to be out in October. Last thing that the rumored was that she lost custody of the boys for not appearing and kind of giving out, but that's not, we don't know for sure. But
Well, I heard the grand jury isn't even till October.
Grand jury.
yeah, so Dawn gets out, and I think he goes to a halfway house or something after that. But
Transition home or something. Yeah.
yeah.
I was
Well,
just
guys,
curious. I
come
know
on.
I haven't heard anything even said about Candace. That's why I was like, where'd she go, man? She was on everybody's panel at one time, and now nothing.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from her either. Yeah, that's kind of
What Sarah said is a lot of people do think protective custody, like maybe she gave some information up. That would make sense.
yeah.
Or in, because she did just disappear.
Either
And
that
The
or they
last
told
thing
her
I
she
heard
couldn't
about
talk.
Candace,
You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kemper. I'm sorry. I didn't
I
mean
was
to cut
just
you off.
saying they could have told her she couldn't talk as well, and so she's just laying low, so nobody talks to her, and she can't, like, gag order kind of thing. A real
Right.
one, not a
Mhm.
fake one, a real one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We have seen them fake gag orders around.
Yes, we have.
Mhm.
Well,
But yeah,
the last time I heard anything about Candace was when she went with her friend. What was her friend's name? Kathy, is it? Kathy or
Yeah.
Kathleen or something like that? She was staying at her house. That was the last thing I ever heard about Candace, and that was about 2 months ago.
I'm gonna say
Maybe
Rita's saying
3.
in chat. She said last thing she heard from her, she was clean and sober. I really hope that's true. I really do,
Me too.
because I have a feeling that these problems that they've had wouldn't have happened if they were sober.
Oh, definitely.
And for her to make things change, she's got to change what she's doing. So hopefully she is clean and sober.
Yeah,
She could be in a transition home to help her stay clean and sober too, because they do
that
have
would be
those.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
All
saying
right.
that's what it is. I'm just saying if that's the truth, that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta jump down, but it was nice talking to y'all. I'll be in the chat.
All right.
Thank
All right,
you.
Mama.
Melody.
Okay,
All right.
Melody.
Bye.
Do you guys follow the whole what's his name? You know, the country star guy
Up
up.
church?
Yeah, are you guys following that whole thing
No.
at all? No, yeah,
Nah,
I'm not really, but it's just so, yeah. I know it's huge, covered out there and all that stuff.
All
And he
right,
goes and
guys.
things.
I'm going to hop down for tonight. I appreciate you guys having me up. Thank you, Jimbo.
hey,
Mm,
thank you, Jamie. Thank you for coming on and participating. And man, like I said before, I'm sorry for what I said to you too, man.
Man, I apologize too, and we'll just
mm.
move on forward. And that was ridiculous of both on my part too. And I
Yep.
apologize to you too, buddy,
Yes, sir. Let's be
and your
adults.
wife and kids.
Thank you. And I did tell them, and they all smiled about it. They appreciated it.
Good. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too, Jamie.
And Matthew, you have a good night. I'll talk to you on Messenger
All right,
tomorrow
brother.
or something. I'll holler at you.
All right, man. Have a good
You
night.
All
guys
right.
have a good night.
Nice.
And
Yeah. See you, Jamie. Maybe next time we come on your panel.
all right, that'd be awesome. We'll get it set up and do something.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right.
All right. Take care, Jamie.
I'm gonna jump down to thank you for again for allowing me to come up on your panel and have my 2 cents. And you guys take care, and I'll always support you down here in chat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You too, guys.
It was good sharing panel with you again.
Yeah, thank you. You too, always.
All righty.
Well,
All right.
sorry I showed up late to the live stream tonight, man. I was at the laundromat doing like 8 loads of laundry, so. But thanks for having me up, and I hope that um, some people took something from this and not conspiracies. I really hope that they see that people that not necessarily liking each other have to be mean to each other and have to dig in at each other.
That's it.
I
Like,
know, I know, I'm guilty, and that's why I stepped back and I did apologize for the things I have done. Now, to be specific, there are things that has happened that I'm not sorry for. Okay, but that has to do with bringing out facts.
yeah, yeah.
So, um, that being said, no, I'm not on any side except for the moral side, the side that
Right.
says, "Hey, this has got to stop." Like, and I don't wish any harm on anyone on any quote unquote side. I hope everybody starts to learn from what's been happening. I really do, because I know that there are some sensible people out there, and just like me, wasn't exactly acting sensible at the time.
Yeah,
You just got to acknowledge it.
yeah. Hey, there's a bunch of us that acted, with nonsense.
Yep.
A bunch of us, including me. At least, I think the majority of us are owning it. There's a few who aren't, and maybe they'll have a change of heart. Maybe they won't, but we do what we do.
Well, if they want to click off and keep doing that, that's fine. But um, I really hope that everybody just lets it go, let them throw the tantrum, and don't give it any life, any energy. Move
Yeah.
on with your life. It's going to be a lot easier on you if you do.
I'm going to ask my subs right now. Hey, hold me accountable. Help me. Help me. When I'm getting, and they're pretty good about it. When I'm getting ready to go nuts, you guys say, "Hey, step back, Jimbo," and reassess.
And it's hard, man. I know it's got to be hard because it was hard for me, and I didn't have a family being attacked.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening. Yes. Make no bones about it. That's what was happening.
Well, I'll be honest. Like, it helps me that, like, my family doesn't, act like victims. Like Molly, she'll laugh and she'll say, "Hey, it's all right, Dad. You don't have to go crush nobody." and my boys, like, they got my back, but they're like, "Hey, it's just words. They can't that can't hurt us." So my family, supports kindness, and that makes it easier for me. Well, thank you for the super chat, Glamorous Life. Thank you for a great stream. Thank you.
Luna Wolf, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, to be totally honest. I thought about getting it going again. If I did, I'd want to take it to a different direction. So there'd have to be some thought put into that. But right now, I seem pretty content on trying to fix some of the things I put into motion and making sure as many people that it can be getting put out of the path of this whole chaotic scene that's going on. There's just, like I said, there's too many people, children, family members, everything being brought into this, and it don't need to be.
Yeah.
It don't. So right now I seem content on trying to help fix that situation, and I might get the itch on going live again, getting the channel going again. But like I said, if I did that, I would definitely put it into a different direction.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit here and preach something that I'm not going to do myself.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the thought has crossed my mind quite a bit, and I do get the itch a lot. But right now, I'm content on doing what I've been doing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. I think we've had a good 2.5 hour live stream with some awesome panel guests, and I'm about ready to conclude. Do you want to do something old school? We never practiced it, but I'm going to say it. I'm Jimbo.
And I'm Kemper.
Coming to you live from the stand.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just a fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your hold or two. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.